At the Bondi Clinic, Jen's anxiously waiting for her appointment with Chris.
I'm very nervous. She's only 2 and this wasn't meant to happen.
English Pointer Juwel looks pregnant, and it was definitely unplanned.
That's why we're here, right?
Yes. She doesn't belong to me. She's my son's dog.
Yeah.
And he left her in my charge while he went overseas to work. And she got out with our dog, and I'm not quite sure what she's been up to. I have a bit of an idea.
You'd expect that I'd be able to touch her stomach and feel the puppies, but her belly wall is so tight, I can't feel a thing.
X-rays will confirm whether this is a phantom pregnancy or the real thing.
Big moment, Jen. You see her? She has a football team inside of her.
Oh dear.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
How can they all be in there?
11 puppies is going to be a huge ask on Juwel, and the reality is if she was desexed, she would never have been put in this situation. The world's already got enough puppies that don't have homes. We probably don't need to add to it with any more. But you look at Jen right now, I don't think this is going to be a mistake she'd make twice.
Hello.
With the pregnancy confirmed, Jen now has to come clean to her son.
Edie thinks there might be about 11 in there.
11 puppies?
Yeah. Oh.
So I guess I should say congratulations.
Yes. No, do you want a dog?
It's going to be hard. My son's away. My husband's away working. It's just us. I really don't know that I can cope with it on my own. I would hate to think that she got into distress and we had trouble.
While Jen and Juwel go home for the countdown, Chris is on his way to the Australian Reptile Park for a consultation he's not too keen on.
That is our big male king cobra.
Mate, I can see his problem already too. Is that a retained spectacle there?
Yeah, very obvious, isn't it?
Nicknamed King of the Jungle, the 5-metre cobra is one of the world's most dangerous snakes.
Doesn't look too happy. The problem with the King of the Jungle is the fact that when he shed his skin, he left a couple of scales over his eye. Because he can't see out of his right side, he freaks out and he's liable to strike, which makes him dangerous.
The scales have to be removed, and that
Because
means
he's a highly
trouble
strung
for
snake with
head
that on his
keeper
eye.
Tim Faulkner.
The amount of venom that gets pumped into you from a bite from that is so much that it outweighs toxicity in some cases, and you know, you do not want to get bitten. You know, I'm not catching him. He is beyond me. He needs the master.
It's not me.
The master is the owner of the Australian Reptile Park, John Weigel.
He's crazy. I wouldn't say that he's mad. He certainly doesn't take risks. It's all calculated and he knows what he's doing.
The biggest problem is that there's so much snake here to work with in such a small area.
You know the King's not mucking around when you see him actually have a little strike at John. Now, if that was me, I'd be backing off and just thinking this just isn't going to happen today.
The position you put the snake in by going in there, it's going to bite.
After several attempts, John finally pins down the formidable cobra.
So I'm going to need some help with this snake, guys.
Given how venomous these snakes are and how much venom they inject, we're also going to milk him, so if he was to bite someone, mainly us or other keepers, it's going to be a lot less dangerous.
Oh, look at that. Holy moly. You can see those fangs just injecting in.
As far as procedures go, it's actually not that complicated. You're just getting some tweezers and lifting that scale off the eye. But you have all these conflicting emotions and energy inside you going, get out of there as soon as you can. So it's a matter of being gentle, precise, and quick.
He's getting his first look at me and he doesn't like it. Oh, look at that.
That's got to be 4 layers.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
So now comes the fun part, getting rid of the snake. Okay, everybody hop out. Okay, we ready with the door, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, operation successful. What we wanted to do was to get the snake out without scaring it too much and without sustaining a world newsworthy bite. It worked out perfectly. I think we have a happier snake on our hands now.
There's a threshold that you have to decide to cross.
Yeah.
I don't think I could cross it. Would you cross it?
We decided that threshold was sanity.
Yeah.
And you'd gone actually beyond that. Tim said he's crazy, but he's not mad. No, he's crazy and he's mad.
It's time for Chris to head home.
Come on in.
But not before Tim introduces him to the Reptile Park's newest resident,
We've got a little cutie in here, mate.
Barry, the baby wombat.
He's a little orphan. He came from Scone. His mother was hit by a car.
There's something about wombats. Cuteness just exudes out of their big fat heads and their short stumpy legs. Essentially, Barry has a drinking problem. This is quite possibly the best part of your day, isn't it, Barry? Look at you. Could be the best part of my day as well. He drinks too quickly and then he's just knackered and needs to sleep it off. His milk, he's just got to learn that no one's going to take his bottle away. So how's everything going?
Yeah, she's okay. She's had one,
Yep.
but nothing since.
Okay.
2 days after Jules' visit to the clinic, a call from owner Jen gets Chris out of bed.
Just try to keep it calm. Is she pushing at the moment?
Jules' huge litter of pups is on the way.
Hello?
Hello. You're dad, aren't you? So we've had one?
Yes.
And nothing since?
Did you take a number early, did you? First in the queue?
We're now at about 2.5 hours since the first puppy was delivered. I mean, that's not ideal. You'd normally like them to be followed up pretty quickly, usually within about half an hour. Dad's just getting involved when he needs to, come out and saying, hey, Jill, I'm loving your work right now. You're doing great. If you need me, I'm inside. But until the next one's delivered, I'll probably be asleep. But keep up the good work. This is going to be a very long process. I'm just weighing up right now whether I intervene, whether I actually give her an injection of something to really stimulate those contractions to come on. Just remembering how much longer she still has to be in labour for.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, Joseph and Judy are in damage control after a freak accident at home. Their 11-year-old daughter Rose has fallen on their puppy and appears to have broken his leg.
She was very upset, really teary and just basically devastated. And she kept on saying to me, it's an accident, it's an accident.
Oh, little man. Oh. Without even putting much pressure on that, I can feel some crunching there. So he's got a big fracture. I think that's broken in half. Adorable. Like a little lamb.
He's so tiny.
Emergency vet Lisa Chimes will now take x-rays, but she's almost certain they'll confirm Pip has suffered a shocking fracture.
He's in a good place, sweetie. Do not worry.
Consumed with guilt, Judy's daughter Rose is calling to
He's
find
fine.
out just how
When we
badly
get home,
she's
I'll
hurt her
talk to you
puppy.
about it and I'll let you know exactly what they're going to be doing to him. You just say a prayer for Pip. He'll be fine.
Wow. That is a serious break.
Unfortunately, the x-ray results are going to make Rose feel even worse.
The two fragments of bone are just sitting at right angles to each other where they should be straight. So the only way that's going to get better is with surgery. Pip is a 13-week-old puppy. He's full of life normally, and this life has been snapped out of him with this break. It's just awful.
Jen, we got another one.
In Jules' maternity ward, it's been 3 hours since her first pup was born. At least 10 more are on the way.
This one's come a little bit breech, so it's come back legs first.
Not breathing yet. Come on. Oh, yeah. Another one, Jen. Oh, look. There you go. Just gurgling a little bit.
The puppies are now coming quickly, and Juwel is turning out to be a natural mother.
I'm not surprised at all. She's a good girl.
Oh, Dad. It's a girl.
It's a girl!
It's time for Token the dad to have a closer look at his progeny.
Call it dog paternity test.
Comes the sunrise, Jen.
Good morning. What?
There we go. Yeah, small little one. Come on.
But when the fourth puppy arrives, it is not responding.
Another one. You want to do that one there, Jen? Just break that membrane open. In a litter this big, it's rare to get them all out alive, and that's what you got to remember. But I just got to give it every chance. And no, I'm not getting anything here.
Chris is trying to save Juwel's fourth puppy. It's a tough night for the first-time mum.
You know what? Come on.
Despite mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, there is no sign of life.
Sorry, Mum. It's not looking good for this one. It's just a sad reality, unfortunately, Jen. When you have this many puppies inside the womb, one of them ultimately ends up in a bad place where they just can't really grow and get all the nutrients. I think this is the one that's been the case.
It's very good to have Chris here. I'm not sure how I would have coped with that one.
Here's the little boy. Look after him.
I will.
Oh, he's so tiny.
Baby.
At Sash, it's now time for surgery to try to save 13-week-old Pip's shattered leg.
And he's asleep.
The toy poodle's femur was snapped in half after his 11-year-old owner Rose accidentally fell on him.
Pip's got quite a nasty fracture of his thigh bone, and it's just cracked straight in two. So we're going to put a plate and some screws in there to get it together and get it stable.
Surgery on the tiny puppy will need to be precise and quick.
With a little bloke like this, we don't want them on the table for too long, because even with all the heating that we provide, they can get really cold, and we can have all sorts of anaesthetic complications if they do that. So we've just got to be in and out. Pip's bones are just so small, they'd be 6 millimetres wide, and I'm trying to get a 2 millimetre screw into the bone. So there's not a lot of room for error. Because Pip's only 13 weeks old, he's still growing, and as a result I'm going to have to compromise a little bit on how many screws I can put in the bone, because if I put too many in, I'll go across one of his growth plates and that'll stunt his growth.
At the maternity ward, daylight has arrived. One puppy has not survived, and there are 7 more to be delivered. Everybody is exhausted. But there is no let-up for the first-time mum.
Oh, yeah, look, here you go. You are going to be trouble, aren't you? There we go. Okay.
She wants it over, but it ain't over yet.
No, you do. You take it, Chris.
Jules also increasingly happy just to hand the duties over to me. So, buddy, if you're still here, you know the drill.
Look at little pandas.
It's now 7 hours into the ordeal, and Juwel's given birth to 10 puppies.
Juwel is totally floored by the whole experience and is just trying to summon enough energy to push out these last couple of puppies.
But the worry I have is that the puppies still inside her have been there for a long time, and that uterus has been contracting for a long time. We need to get them out before they go through any more stress. So I'm going to give her some oxytocin, which causes more forceful contractions of the uterus and just helps her, because right now she's so weak, she's unable to really push them out. This is number 11. Maybe the final one. Going on the sound of you must be a boy. Yes, you are.
After a marathon 8 hours, Juwel can finally relax. One puppy has died, but the proud mum has 10 healthy babies, 7 boys and 3 girls.
Hey, Juwel. You're all done. Okay? You've done your work. Well done, girl.
Which one are you taking?
Not that one, not that one. I'm taking this one. Straight to the surgery to be desexed.
Did you hear that?
There seems to be a valuable member of our birthing team missing in action. I think Dad, Token, clocked out about baby number 5 and hasn't been seen since. You rest well, did you? Good night's sleep? What about us? But it's too little too late, surely.
All I wanted was one moment with all the puppies. No. After all we've been through. Pretty clear she's a very devoted mum with very little faith in the men in her life. I'm pretty sure I overheard Jen saying how all her hard work was done and now it was all up to Juwel to look after the puppies. Yeah, that's until she has to find homes for 10 puppies.
About that. You're going to go home soon. This is one day after surgery and he's walking. The leg is fixed.
Pip has made an amazing recovery after his leg was snapped in half. After just 24 hours, the toy poodle can now go home with his family.
Your family's excited to see you. Yes, they are.
It was 11-year-old Rose who fell on her puppy.
I love you.
After blaming herself, seeing Pip again is a huge relief.
We're going to be very gentle when you hold him.
Wow. Hi. You see?
Poor Rose missed Pip so much, and when I brought him into the room, the look on her face, just priceless. And I know she is just going to look after him from now on.
How are they going?
They're great.
When Juwel delivered puppy after puppy, I really had my concerns that she'd actually be able to feed all of them. But I turn up today, they're not just surviving, they're thriving, they're fat. She's done an amazing job.
4 weeks later, and the puppies will soon be ready to leave their mum. One of the new owners, Alan, just can't wait.
I think she's adorable. I don't know, when I first saw her, I knew that I had to have her.
When you consider the start of Juwel's adventure with this unplanned pregnancy was far from ideal, the ending now with all those puppies having fantastic homes like Ellen's, that's a nice outcome.